Hello, it's Hobo again, back with another Thief commentary. This time it's a mixture of roaming and of duels, so outnumbered fights and even fights roaming, and then of course duels are going to be even fights. So this time I tried to focus on just explaining my skills as I go and a little bit of my thinking. I felt like I did too much last time, so hopefully you guys enjoy it, and any feedback you guys give me is very welcome, especially since I'm very new at this, so hopefully you guys enjoy. Trappers are usually a tough matchup against thieves, so I need to try and keep space, so I land a nice interrupt right at the start there, and then get another nice steal and able to land a little bit more damage. I end up creating some space, getting another nice interrupt off, and so now I'm going into Basilisk Venom, going to stealth to hide I'm in Basilisk Venom, then reopen on him, land not that much damage, but then Shadow step back away so he can't land that field that interrupts you, and then just use dodges when he uses that hammer 3, and then I'm able to down him through his stealth here, which gave me the win for the fight. So this fight's up against a Necro, and it's actually great because it shows how you can really control people. So I go in with a dagger 3 because I don't want to blow my steel. I want to save that for when he has stability. Right about now, get another nice interrupt in on him, and now he's about to run out of stability. So get another interrupt, and then I start my fear. Pour it over, so I interrupt him there. Start the next fear, pour it over, so I interrupt him again. Dodge that shout right there, that would freeze me, and then finish him off, which, it really showed how you can exploit movement as a thief. That gives you an edge. So this fight, I'm in a camp, and it's 1v3 actually, so I decide to get some line of sight, heal up a bit, and choose my opening. I choose this LE because I know I can spike him down, backstab in, get some good damage. He uses his block, so I decide to line of sight again after throwing an interrupt, last interrupt out on him. So stealth up again to reopen on the LE, and boom, reopen there, down him. So now the decision is, do I stomp him? So I go into stealth and decide I can stomp him. And right here I switch over to the LE to interrupt his res, get the stomp off, which is perfect. Go back into stealth so I can choose my next target. Stealth up again and decide that my target's going to be the ranger here. So open onto the ranger, get great damage, almost down him out, and then pour it away when he stuns and end up downing him. So go into stealth for the stomp and end up stomping him out here. So open back up on this LE because I want to keep him on the back foot, and he's staff LE, so he's not a huge deal for me. So here I have to kite away because he's using his overload, and I don't want to be caught in that. So I ended up kiting away, going into stealth, and I see that there's another thief over there in the back that's stealthing up, so I don't want him to open on me. So I end up kiting away a little more, stealthing up again, getting my heal off, making sure I'm not the first target for that thief. And right about here, the thief reopens on me, so I dodge right there. The dodge is initiation, then insta-down the thief. And then since they're from different servers, I decide I'm going to let the LE take care of the thief, and this is actually going to be the end of this clip. It ends up that the LE just runs back to the camp and gets more and more reinforcements that I can't take care of, so this is going to be the end of the clip right here. So in this fight, I'm up against a Guardian, and Guardians are always going to be a tough matchup for Thieves, and it's because they're able to have such great defenses through blocks, and we can't really affect them as much with our blind, so you have to be very careful with these matchups. So in this matchup, basically it's a duel, so it's a little bit different, but I open with Shortbow just to try and blow off his blocks. He uses his port in, so I use an invade back, and then now I've created a little bit of space. Get my Basilisk Venom on, use my steel, dodge out of those traps. Basilisk Venom is refreshed, get an interrupt on them there, into a Fish Flurry, into interrupt into a down. So I was able to get enough damage off quickly enough to down him very quickly that time. So this time he's swapped over to a Longbow build, which you have to make sure to avoid that true shot, which I do at the beginning there, and then create some space, steal back in to get an interrupt on him, stealth up, use Basilisk Venom, make sure I don't get trapped up there. Then I reopen and get a nice damage off onto him, but eventually I gotta just pull back because I don't want to be hit by any burst from him. So he gets his heal off and then he's full health again, which is unfortunate, but basically now I'm trying to just interrupt him and create space so he can't lock me down for burst, and evade out of his trap, interrupt his his skill there so he doesn't heal, and then he uses his invuln, so I can't reopen on him now. So basically I just try and create some space, use my heal to make sure I'm up at a decent amount of health. He pulls me in, but that just puts me closer to get some burst on him. And now he's Longbow, and I evade his, or I can't evade his tree shot right there because I wasn't looking, but interrupt into a backstab to kill him off. So this next fight's up against a 1v2 of a DH and a Herald. So to start off, I open on the Herald, get his slow off, get a nice Fish Flurry, and then chain stun him into a down, and then go in for the stomp. And I know I can't be interrupted here while I'm in stealth, so evade back, port back to get some space. Now I just have the DH left, so DH's turn. So again, nice interrupt on the spin there. Have to evade back because he's going to be able to damage me. I'm blinded, but once that blind wears off, I steal back in to get damage. Fish Flurry, get great damage onto him, almost down him. So now I gotta risk it. Get behind him there to finish him off, and then evade away and stealth away so he can't down me because I don't want to be killed off here. So this fight's up against a warrior and a ranger. I see they're taking on the camp. I decide to steal into the warrior because I know that he's going to give me a reflect I can use against the ranger. Once his endure pain comes up, I focus on the ranger, down him very quickly there, get a nice interrupt on a heal. Then I use my reflect just to get some damage in on the warrior. That puts the warrior very low and the ranger almost dead. Then poison down so he can't do anything, spin on him to finish him off, and then I basically steal and spin on the warrior to finish him off as well. So this fight's up against a Condi Engineer, and Condi Engineers were a long time a horrible matchup for Thief. So I stealth up to open on him, get a nice backstab to lead off here with Basilisk and get some good damage, but he goes into a block. So I just kind of wait this one out, kite away a little bit, get an interrupt onto his poison there. Then I interrupt his heal, which is huge. So he gets an Elixir S proc, I believe it's the automatic one, and so I wait it out, throw up an interrupt to try and interrupt his heal. He doesn't use it. He uses his heal there, which puts me now on the back foot, port away just a little bit. Now I'm blinded, so I port back and steal in quickly to get another interrupt on him and to cleanse the blind. Then I wait out his Elixir S into a backstab to kill him. So this time I'm up against a Power Warrior. So Power Warrior is, it's hit and miss. If you make one mistake with Thief, you really end up dead. So start off the duel here, and so he's using Greatsword, and I decide to open up with a Shadow Step in. Then I throw out an interrupt his rush there just to put some damage in on him. Try and steal in to interrupt him, interrupt his block with my Basilisk Venom. Keep throwing out interrupts so I kind of went around. I don't want him to get close enough, especially with that resistance up, so I can't blind him. Now I reopen on him, completely mess up my reopening, but it's alright. Then I throw out an interrupt to interrupt any gap closers he's going to use, interrupt his shield charge there. Then I wait for that, interrupt his rush back in again. So I've thrown a couple good interrupts, port back so I confuse him where I am. Now he's blocking so I can't do anything. I try and open him up again, but I get front stab, throw on an interrupt that doesn't hit. Now I got kite because I'm almost out of initiative. So I'm trying to kite around, switch over to short bow to give myself an extra dodge. Just kind of wait it out, use an evade. Then I got my heal back up, steal back in, heal, use Basilisk Venom, so now I can reopen with backstab. And now he's blocking, so even better. So I interrupt his block. Then I go into blind field to blind him out, and that leads to him down. So that's the end of the commentary. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I improved on some things. As always, let me know if there's anything you guys want me to cover, or anything you guys want me to change, or any suggestions you have for improving my commentaries. I always appreciate it. Thanks for watching.